Hey guys, welcome to my very first compilation video of random things I am doing in Elite Dangerous. I just recently picked up the game. I put a few hours into it. I think I'm pretty good at it. However, the ship I'm flying right now, as you probably noticed, it's a Cobra. And what I'm off to do right now is go bounty hunting at a resource extraction site. Now, this isn't necessarily the smartest thing to do because a Cobra is not really a bounty hunting ship. It is mostly just,
Frameshift drive charging.
well, honestly, it's a jack of all trades. You can do anything in it.
4.
It won't do anything
3,
particularly well,
2,
but you can
1.
do anything
Engage.
in it. So, let's jump into FSD right now, and we are off to the location where we are going to bounty hunt, which is actually a high intensity resource extraction site, I should say. Whoops, I need to slow down. This is not helping me explain my... I'm about to overshoot it. My bad, guys. That also happens. But what I'm currently doing here, let me just slow down to nothing. So if I go to system map, what you want to be doing is looking for a system that has one of these planets with a ring or multiple rings. You just want a planet with rings around it. And even better than that, you want a planet with rings around it that also has a docking station nearby. So if you damage your ship, you can just head back over and repair and then head right back, no problem whatsoever. So what you do is you target the planet itself and jump into FSD, fly towards it, which we have already done. And now if you hit 1, go over to navigation, and you go to locations, right here is the high intensity resource extraction site. So all you have to do is lock destination, head back over. I'm going to reaccelerate now that I'm done explaining that. I was not expecting to hop over that quickly. And now we somehow, this is a little bit tricky, you have to fly towards it without getting too close so that it immediately throws you out of FSD, which damages your hull integrity. So very delicately fly towards it. As you can see, we're very close to the planet and we're flying amidst all the different rings. So this is going to be the high intensity resource extraction site. And what that means is it's essentially a very popular area for NPCs. There will be bigger ships there, and bigger ships means bigger bounties. And when I say bigger, I mean ships like Anacondas, Fer-de-Lance, like the big money ships. So I'm over here chilling out in a Cobra that costs less than $500,000, and you will find people who are wanted with bounties on them who are literally in Anacondas. So we're talking like, what's an Anaconda cost? $178 million versus my under $500,000 ship. And what you want to do essentially is, if you're fighting alone, take out the smaller ships. Those you can actually manage. However, if you see an Anaconda, don't attack it unless there are federal ships by you. So as you just saw here, in that top right corner under info, it says 1 contact lost. That means we flew outside of the range of someone, but it will say like new contact, and if you see new contact, you basically just head over to contacts and it will show the person and you will be able to target them like that. Okay guys, now for the important stuff. Things you need to know about fighting in any ship. And you know, if you're going to be fighting in a Cobra, you need to know how to do it right. So I'm going to slow down my engines here. First of all, let's look at modules. So if you guys notice, my usage right now is 96%. That is with, where is it? My cargo hatch disabled and 1 shield cell bank disabled, because if I enable even one of those, I'm going to go over my max power usage and my whole ship's basically going to shut down. I'm going to be a sitting duck. It's going to be a disaster unless I retract my hard points. So basically, shield cell banks all have charges that are count as like ammunition and have to be refilled at a station. However, these all have, well, these 2 are better than this one, so these have 4 charges each. There's no reason I need to have all 3 powered at once. I honestly don't even need to have 2 powered at once. I'm going to keep 2 powered at once because why not? But basically, once all 4 charges in this one have been used up, I'll disable this and then enable this one. So I have a total of 11 charges available to me. But they don't all need to be powered at the same time, so once I use one up, I'll just like come back over here into modules and enable it. Second of all, fire groups. You guys might notice my shield cell banks are not actually in a fire group. That is because I went over to my key bindings in options, and there's actually a key there that you can just set it to whatever you want, so you don't have to like cycle through and like retract your weapons and take out the shield cell banks and do a different fire group. It's all easy peasy. I also recommend having your hard points on 2 different keys, so my beam lasers are left click and my pulse lasers are right click, just so I can separate the 2 for different scenarios. Kill warrant scanner is in a different fire group. I do have to hit N to switch to that fire group, but I am not using that while I'm fighting, so it's fine. I use that before I start fighting. And shield cell banks, again, I just have them bound to a key, so I just hit a key. Mine happens to be B. Hit B, and it starts activating. Another hint, I suppose, for, whoopsie, did not mean to do that, for shield cell banks, is that they do not bring shields back that are if they're gone, it doesn't bring them back. All it does is repair ones that are there but damaged. They also take a little bit of time to start going, so don't wait until your shields are about to break. Do it before that. It'll have time to kick in and it'll repair. You can keep hitting it, all good to go. If you have a chaff launcher, I think of that as basically throwing confetti out the back of your ship. If you think about missiles or gimbaled weapons as like heat-seeking missiles, for instance, what the chaff launcher does is it basically distracts it so you won't get hit. But you can also set that to a key and not have to have it in a fire group, which is very useful. Oh, this is perfect timing. So you see those pulsing lasers over here? Someone's fighting. Now's our time to go. This is awesome. So, go over here to contacts. Right now, the only person we're in range of right now is a federal security officer, which is perfect, because that means the cops will be on our side and they will help us kill whoever we wind up attacking. It looks like we are attacking a python. I'm going to take out my hard points. I'm switching all my power to weapons and 2 to systems, because I'm not being hit right now. Let's get within range of him and scan him. I apologize for the stutters, guys.
Target shields offline.
Ooh, shields offline. This is awesome. I'm scanning him just to see if he has any warrants anywhere else. Now I'm switching to my weapons. Let's take this guy down. This is awesome. So, what you want to be doing fighting in a cheap, not very powerful ship like the Cobra, as I'm doing now, is always make sure if you're taking down a ship like this is a Python. It's a pretty expensive ship. If you're going to do something like this, make sure you have cops near you. Because the cops right now, they're pulverizing this guy. I'm not even really doing that much. This is awesome. Also, make sure what you guys might have just seen me do there with my thrusters. Depending on your HUD color, make sure you keep your thrusters in that range where the color changes, because that is the most maneuverable area you can stay in. So if you have your thrusters in like that zone, you'll turn a lot faster. I'm just going to wait for my stuff to recharge here. So you can, if you see on the left and right of the HUD, essentially, it shows you how close the lasers are to overheating / running out of power. Beam lasers, obviously, run out of power quicker. Bam!
Target destroyed.
Guys, that was painfully easy. I just made 177k just like that. Thanks to all these feds, so you go over contacts. Oh, there's an ASP. Let's find where he is. So, I targeted him. If you look at the bottom navigation thing, here he is. Switching back to my kill warrant scanner. Oh, he's clean. I think he's just mining. He's not even worth scanning. If you see someone mining at one of these resource extraction sites, so basically they're facing an asteroid, pointing a laser at it, they're not wanted. Like, that's just not something anyone who's wanted would do. Don't even bother scanning them. At the time, I couldn't even see that he was actually doing that. So I'm going to switch back to engines here, just so I can actually power through this. Oh, 2 new contacts. I see a Python and 2 feds. This is a perfect scenario. That we might get lucky and he might be wanted here. He is wanted. This is perfect. They've also deployed their hard points. I'm switching to engines and weapons here. while my scan goes through. And I've now aggroed them. Oh, see that?
Under attack.
Oh boy. Right now, I just hit B to get my... I'm switching the systems because my things are down pretty badly right now. So, I should be okay because there are 2 feds also here with me. And they should be helping fight. So what you guys saw there with the confetti and my gimbaled weapons no longer could lock target was a chaff launcher. Okay, see here? Those are the feds helping me out. This is awesome. Oh, they just deployed the chaff launcher again. So even in a Cobra, which is a pretty weak ship, you can even take down Anacondas if you have feds helping you. Like, I've even had feds in Anacondas helping me out, which is hilarious. Here we go. You know what? His shields aren't even down. I'm going to save my weapons for when his shields are down. But here, I want to demonstrate. If I go over to modules real quick, I use my shield cell banks. They used to say out of 4, now they're out of 3. So I just wanted to demonstrate that to you guys. I did use them. They did recharge my shields quickly. God, this guy has a lot. He should be running out of ammunition actually in his chaff launcher because he's been doing this for a while. What you gonna do, man? So another problem with I'm actually gonna use. Oh, no, his shields are down. I should be okay. Another problem with using a Cobra is that it only has 2 medium and 2 small hard points. And if you're using small hard points against a ship with a medium-sized hull, you're going to do, let's just say, 1/3 less damage. If you're using small hard points against a ship with a large hull, you're going to do 2/3 less damage. If you use medium hard points against a ship with a large hull, you're going to do 1/3 less damage. These are just like a rough number. I'm not exactly sure on the specific amount, but that's just a general rule. Another tip is lasers do more damage to shields, and they do not require refilling of ammunition, which means you won't have to go back to a station to refill them if you run out of ammo. However, if you're using cannons, for instance, cannons do a lot more damage against the actual hull of a ship. So once the shields are down, if you switch to that, you would be doing a lot more damage than the lasers would be. Shit, my shields are offline. That's unfortunate.
Taking damage.
I was talking and wasn't paying attention. I should have used my shield cell bank. Don't be stingy with those. They only cost like 300 credits. Go ahead and use them when you need them. It's stupid not to. For instance, I just took 15% damage to my hull just because I wasn't paying attention to my shields. Come on. You shall not get away. Come on. He's screwed. Uh-oh. Don't hit me, please. I'm staying back for a reason. Waiting for my shields to regen.
Online.
There we go. I'm good to go. Whoop. That stutter, though. This guy's a lot of chaff. Come on, dude, and your python. You shall die. I'm not even using my pulse lasers. Here. Nope.
Target shields online.
Damn, now his shields are back up. Not for long. Thermal overload on my pulse. Here, let's just... Nope, he pulled out the chaff launcher again. That's unfortunate. I'm just gonna use my small hard points in the meantime here. There we go, come on. Because they don't overheat. I mean, they do a little bit, but like very, very, very slowly. I need to back up. Nope.
Target shields offline.
Nope, let's switch what direction we're moving in. There we go. You can't outmaneuver me, man. So another trick, it's not really worth demonstrating right now, is actually turning flight assist off when you're doing a tight turn and then turning it immediately back on after the turn is completed. So the default setting, I believe, is to have flight assist on like hold, so while you're holding a key, it's off. However, if you turn up the toggle, it's, in my opinion, easier, so you can just hit it once and not have to worry about keeping your finger pressed on it as you're doing a turn, and then just tap it again and turn it off. Well, to turn it back on, I should say. Come on, 1%. He's screwed. You know what? Everything to weapons. Let's go. Bam.
Target destroyed.
186k, just like that.